Welcome back, everybody. Post-trade deadline, pre-All-Star break edition of the Cap Room. I'm your host, Ben Zepp, joined by your other two hosts, Corey Young and Niles Abston. How are you guys doing?
Great. On the East Coast. We out here. It's cold. I bought a new coat this morning.
Bought a new coat. Hey, I want to say happy birthday to both my co-hosts. Ben's birthday just passed on the 11th. Niles' birthday is Sunday. It is birthday week on the Cap Room. So happy birthday
Thank
to both.
you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you. Thank you.
I went to Niles's birthday party on over the weekend. Do you remember that I was there?
So I remember dapping you up. And that's the only thing I remember. I only remember probably the first 75 minutes of that birthday party. My apologies to anyone. I got a call from someone. I was like, they're like, yo, I came to your birthday party, but I don't think you remember I was there. So I had to let you know I was there. And I was like, I appreciate that. I was on one. I blacked out. It was a good time.
Yeah, I got there and like the party was still going, but then I saw like a bunch of the a bunch of the Insta stories like in the morning, and I was like, oh, I missed the party.
Yeah, it was good. Yeah, I just woke up on a plane the next day. I don't know how I got there.
That sounds like a good party. That was my
It was
favorite
a good
party.
party. And that wasn't even my birthday. My birthday is Sunday. Okay. Over
Um,
under ice and that 4.5 points tonight. Should I take the over?
No, he was under last time, but there might be an emphasis on making sure Kai gets over because he is All-Star weekend this weekend.
And Drewski over under is 3.5 points.
Oh, take the under. Take the under on
I
Drew.
don't think Drewski gonna get that, bro.
Take the under. I don't care how nice that pass was he threw to Duke Dennis. Take the under.
Oh my god. I'm gonna take the under on Drewski and the over on Kai. I think I might take the under on both of
Yeah,
them.
I'm scared because I think his shit was 5.5 last year,
Yeah.
and he ended up with 4 points.
T.O.'s got an 8. T.O. is a 8.5. I think he gets that.
T.O. gets that. Last time I saw T.O. in a Celebrity All-Star game, he dunked it.
Yeah, windmill jam.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take the under. I'm gonna take the over on T.O. and the under on Drewski and the under on Kai. I think they're both gonna just be awful.
I'm looking at the celebrity rosters right now. I know maybe six of these guys.
That's funny.
Hold on, let me go try.
All right. All right, bet. Like if you'd have told me a year ago you're gonna put in a parlay for Kai Cenat, Drewski, and Terrell Owens, I'd be like, oh, go ahead and call that number for me. I have a problem. $20. This will give me 53. I'm
Oh
gonna
no,
take
you're right, Ben. Who are these people? Chris Brickley is playing though.
Um, Mickey
Shabuzi.
Guyton.
What's
Yeah, I saw
what's
that.
Shabuzi points at?
Yeah.
They don't have it on here.
Yeah, they better not, boy, because I'm sure there's someone made me out there on Fifth Street. Come on now, Shabuzi.
Bro. What happened? I don't.
Nigga, 2 Chainz coaching. He needs to be in the game.
That's what
what
I
I'm
was
saying.
listening to
He
the
need to
same
play
thing.
2 Chainz 6'5". Get your big ass in the game.
Right, in the post. Damn, they took it down. Oh, I guess the game the game started right now.
Game starting, yeah.
I didn't get it in quick enough. That's
All
that's
right.
the Lord telling me you don't need to be doing this.
Just
That is so
we'll
funny.
we'll give everyone live updates on
Right.
how
I was
everyone's
just about to
doing.
say, I'm about to throw it on. I'm about to throw it on in the background.
Yeah.
But so we could get it started talking about Luca. One of my friends, she said she saw him in Gelson's this morning in Silver Lake. So I think he's taken well to the neighborhood.
Not
A
in
Silver
Like
Lake
Luke in Silver
guy.
Lake is nasty.
Yeah, because I would
Wow.
imagine his team just probably grabbed a super expensive like apartment, in a nice neighborhood, and then they're gonna find him something more permanent like once the season's over. But with the fires that just happened and a bunch of displaced people and stuff, they probably just had to get him somewhere pretty quick.
Yeah.
And
Silver Lake ain't bad.
there's a
That's
lot of
old money. Silver Lake is all old
expensive
money.
apartments on the east side that
Mhm.
hipsters can't afford anymore. So
Yeah, shout out. That's the Danny Sellers area right there, baby. Yeah, that's Danny Sellers, and good coffee shops and white women over there. Silver Lake. Hey, Luca, enjoy yourself. Tell Danny I said what up, boy.
Yeah, he didn't strike me as a Silver Lake guy, but
right.
yeah, so I was
Crazy.
watching I was watching like the Cavs and DeAndre Hunter, and I was like, it's just so fun to get like a new player on your team and watch him.
He can
And I
play.
was having a lot of fun watching DeAndre Hunter. I couldn't imagine watching Luka Doncic on my team.
It's fun.
Whoa,
It's
whoa, whoa,
fun.
whoa, whoa. You rubbing that in a little bit, being I see.
No, 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 no,
I
no, no,
couldn't
no.
imagine watching Luke on my
This,
team.
this is my personal experience, my thoughts. I was like, I couldn't imagine if Luka just showed up on my team, like the dopamine that would hit my brain every time he's on the court.
Let me say this before we get to the jokes, because some people got the full Luka Doncic experience, 1 for 7 from 3 in that first game. Expect a lot of step backs now. Even
Oh,
when
I
he's
already
not
know.
fat, when he is fat, they'll piss you off. Those step backs,
Mhm.
being that see me in real time, those step backs will anger you to death.
And
No,
then you
I
got LeBron doing his step backs.
I'm already knowing. But it's just it was fun. Of course, the first night it was fun. Everything. Dalton Connect was back in his Nike Tech fleece pouting on the bench, and it was interesting. That was a cool first day back. But if you're a real Laker fan, you know that we never play well in Salt Lake City. So I already knew what it was. I don't know what it is about playing out there, but the Lakers don't play well. And then Austin Reeves decided to go 1 for 10 from three, and if he's 1 for 10 from three, we're not gonna do shit. But I think we look good with Luka offensively. I really do.
I was about to say the Luka passing is just, I mean, I know everybody talking about that second game with the behind the back, but just coming out the gate, we lobbing up to Jackson Hayes right out of the gate in that first
Oh,
Utah game. And just some of the gravity moments, like everybody talking about Ruiz getting all these wide open looks. Everybody's gonna have all these wide open looks. Who
yeah,
knew Dorian Finney-Smith being a Laker would benefit them when they first traded him?
Mhm.
But
right.
Rui's ability to get in that corner, DFS's ability to get in that corner, and like I said to you, Jackson Hayes, I saw Dwight Powell become a comparable center, just a respectable, not even respectable center, but hey, we can get this done. This will work with Luka Doncic, and I think the Jackson Hayes thing won't be that much different. I think defensively, y'all gonna scrap it together. Alex Lynn, that wasn't a bad signing, but it was just
Yeah, it's
like
not bad,
I
but
get it. He was the
not
best
great.
center on the market. I get that.
Yeah,
But yeah, I wasn't too mad at Luca. The gravity thing, Luca's gravity is what I've argued
dude.
about Luca the whole time.
I definitely took it for granted because, like, watching when he's on your team, you're really, really watching. And I was like, oh my God, like defenses almost just forget there's four other guys on the court.
Mhm.
Bro, it's people getting open shots that I had never seen get open shots before. And it's like, you got a guy that could possibly get LeBron some open looks. Like, that's not fair, you know? So, the gravity, the people he attracts on the court in the pass. I think his passing is the best part of his game, the way he can just draw so many people and get the ball to everybody else. So we'll see. I don't think he's like 100. He's like 100% yet. I think that's
Nah,
things
nah,
too.
I'm telling you that you got the little hobble Luca and not the fake hobble, because sometimes he gonna have a fake give this like when you give your dog away to your friends, but you're not ready to give him away. You got to tell him like, no, but
Yeah,
look, he likes to eat at 7:30.
exactly,
Luca,
exactly.
you guys have a great one, and I will say again, just to double down on the gravity. LeBron and Luca are going to attract so much attention. Austin Reeves is going to eat, 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 eat. I saw it with Luca and Kyrie and guys like PJ Washington and Derek Lively and Derek Jones Jr. all got to step up in these beautiful moments. I think sometimes Tim Hardaway stepped up too much, but Austin Reeves is not going to have that problem, I think. I mean, 1 for 10 aside, the kid just went for 45 when LeBron and Luca didn't play in that
Right.
Indiana.
Moving 45 is the number one option.
Yes. So I think when he has one-on-one coverage, when he's seeing those downhill moments where he's like, oh shit, I'm just gonna eat, like Jimmy Butler was alluding to. I know we'll get to that later, but Austin Reeves, I think, will be the biggest beneficiary of this Luka ad, as well as it makes it a little scary for the playoffs. Because like I said, I think defensively, if you guys are playing on a string, like oh gosh, like the sky is the limit, because I do think Austin Reeves will capitalize tremendously on getting one-on-one coverage.
Yeah. No, I agree. And I was telling somebody today, it was just like, look, man, you can't count us out. I've seen some teams Luka is taken to the conference finals, and like the Mavs team he took to the finals last year. Like you can't count the Lakers out. that dude in the playoffs is amazing. I mean, at the end of the day, the NBA playoffs is about matchups and who can score the best in the half court. That dude can score in the half court whenever he touches the ball or get somebody else to score. So I feel like the Lakers are a team you can't just count out because maybe we're not the biggest inside or have the best defense, but I think we got a chance against really anybody.
Yeah, I definitely want to see more games for them.
Right.
I definitely don't feel like I have enough of a vibe
No, we're
on
just
what's
yeah.
going on.
Right. The
Yeah,
first
very
game he only played
offseason.
20 minutes, and then the second game they just lollygagged up there. And both games were against the Jazz, which is a
Yeah.
team that's not even going to be relevant in the next month and a half. They're trying to get Cooper Flag, so you know what I'm saying. It's just like we haven't even played a game yet that would really even gauge what this team really can do.
Um, yes, and the Austin Reeves, Luca, LeBron offense looked as scary as like I thought it might be. They really
Yeah,
look, there's like a lot of options. LeBron is not expected to carry the load he usually has. And I wouldn't even have like expectations for like these playoffs. Like I'm all about next season. If I'm a Lakers fan, I'm like, we'll see what happens here. If we win a playoff series or
yeah,
two, that's super nice. But it's really the next season that I'm really excited about.
yeah. We gotta make some moves this offseason.
Yeah, I was just about to say getting that center position right, bolstering up that bench is
Mm-hmm.
definitely just those are things that can be solved in the off season. So yeah, you guys, I like that approach, Ben.
Le
Whatever happens, you're playing with house money this playoff.
yeah.
Yeah,
Like LeBron came out that first game like there was like a new girl at school. And
yeah,
he had a pep in his step and he was doing those
right.
away jumpers that he only does in like the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
He was excited. Have you guys heard of the white guy yellow jersey theory?
Oh yeah. My tweet went viral about that shit.
Okay, so that white guys look less cool in yellow jerseys.
But white people just don't look in general.
Yeah, I was about to say yellow. Yellow's like a good color for me and my skin complexion. Yellow
Yeah,
makes
me
that
too.
dark skin like,
Yeah, I look
oh,
great.
that's why Shaq's so good in it. Kobe, he started thinking about this magic. He's all dark skinned. Rick Fox didn't look that good. We ain't even got to the
Right.
point yet. Rick
Nah,
Fox,
black
Kevin George, Shannon Brown.
Derek Fisher was the same color as the jersey. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Now we're too light bright. Chris Kaman didn't look good at all. Chris Kaman didn't look good at all.
Yellow's not good with y'all skin tone. That's like black people and Indian people look great in yellow.
Yeah.
Okay.
White folks in yellow, it's not really y'all's thing.
I will throw out all my yellow clothes then because I wasn't aware of this.
Yeah, you probably should. Yeah.
What else?
But it
Yellow.
makes sense because I think Luca definitely looks not as good in
No,
that
he doesn't
jersey.
look good in that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he look good in the black jersey though.
He'll look good in the flag jersey. He does look nice in
Maybe
the
even the purple. But yeah, the yellow on pale skin is not like
Okay. Well, PSA to all my white friends out there, stop wearing yellow. We can't really
if you spicy white like Italian or maybe even Greek, you might look all right. But you pale folks.
maybe me in the summer when I get my tan.
Maybe you got a
uh,
nice little tan, you might be all right.
tan white. Tan white. This is good. We need to send this in to Fenty. Let them know.
Okay, so let's move on to the opposite side of that trade with the Mavericks. And let's start with the man, the myth, the legend, Max Christie, the real prize in that trade.
Shut
Man,
Almost
does he
got
look
big.
good.
Hey, he almost got the big three with me the other night in that Warriors game. He almost hit a shot late in the fourth. I said, you know what, Max Christie's in the big three. I need him to start. I need him to start. This nigga's amazing. Well, this is his fifth game. Every game he's over 15 points. He's flying around defensively. He can put the ball on the deck a little bit better than I thought he could. But he just meshes very well with this team. I love me some Max Christie. I'm all over. I'm all in on the Max Christie hype. And he got to start that last game because these last two games, because everybody's just been out.
Yeah, Max been letting that thing fly. I think 15 is the lowest he scored since being a Maverick.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And I just think it's a thing of empowering. I've been seeing the LeBron's teammate thing, but I just think it's an empowering thing of you are allowed to do more. There is no Luke. I think he would have been in a similar world with Luka Doncic on the team as opposed to a Kyrie Irving and a 3/4 of AD led team. I think that's a whole different Max Christie that you're getting. Or like I'm saying, flying around one defensively, also just cutting to the basket. You know what I mean? Knowing the spots. Oh, I'm gonna be open right here if I get right here with these two. Max has just been amazing and a great ad. I saw a tweet that said, "Yo, he might be the best throw in to a superstar trade ever."
Yeah.
Yeah, the Mavs have really took all this in stride, and they've been playing like super hard, undermanned.
Without AD and Gafford, shit's really
Yeah,
kind of scary. It's kind of scary.
the Gafford news hit last night in the middle of the night that he's not just out for 2 weeks; he'll be out for 6 weeks. Yeah, that was heartbreaking. I think I want to address Mavs injuries, period, because that'll get me to the AD thing. Caleb Martin, we traded for. He's out with a hip injury. We still don't have the timetable on him. We were without Derek Lively to April. Gafford, as I said, for 6 weeks. PJ went out before AD went out in that Houston game. I'm not sure what PJ's holdup is right now. And AD has an abductor injury, and he's out at least a month.
Mm-hmm.
Ben, I'm a little scared. We do own our 2025 pick this year.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna bring up.
And it had me starting to think, would the best course of action be? Let it go. Last time we did this, we got Derek Lively. Maybe we should let it go. There's a lot of good guys in this draft. Maybe we should let it go. Maybe we shouldn't try to bring everybody back and push. I like this team. I do. I like this team a lot. The 3.5 quarters of Anthony Davis I got to see. Oh, there was nothing more. And then I saw the vision. I saw Nico's mind working those first 3.5 quarters. I said, I get it. Defense does win championships. KD, Kyrie ain't even got to be hot. Klay Thompson is empowered, as he said. Me and AD, man, we gonna find some looks and spots that I don't think I've been able to see a while in my career. Oh man, does Klay look empowered? I really love this team, and I do want to see it healthy. And I think, barring maybe one or two guys, this team would be back in totality next year with a couple of additions. So I'm
something you got to think about. It's something you got to think about for sure.
Mm.
And it wouldn't be that hard since everyone's hurt. You just have to rest Kyrie a little bit more, and you're good to go.
You got to think about Klay. Let Klay shoot it out sometimes. Some nights.
I'm making a prediction next year: Lakers, Mavs, Western Conference Finals. Next year.
I'll write that down.
Write that down.
2020, 2026,
On
Lakers,
Valentine's Day, 2025.
Lakers, Mavs, Western Conference Finals, 2026. Both teams have had an off season, and then they also had a couple like this season to kind of figure out what is going on. First round.
I'm not putting it past you because it would not just for narrative wise, it would already make this a good series. But seeing the healthy 3.5 quarters of Anthony Davis versus that Houston team who's playing well, playing very well, seeing the new Jimmy Butler Warriors versus my AD-less Mavs, and without PJ, and without Gafford, and without Lively, then they had a tough time running around there with Kyrie and Klay all night.
Right.
They had a very tough time keeping up.
Yeah, I was thinking with AD, I feel like he played that first game at like 110%, and I feel like he can only go 90%. And that's like if he goes any higher than that, like he will get hurt.
They rushed him back too early.
He was playing out of his mind. I think 24, 13, 3 blocks, 2 steals in that first half. It was incredible.
And then just non-contact injury to the ground. Like, I did laugh out loud when that happened. It almost didn't seem real.
I was distraught. Shout out to our homeboy Christian. He was trying to check on me or rub it in. I'm not sure. But as soon as it happened, but I was definitely a little bit taken aback, Ben, because it did feel like he was just playing out of his mind. I'm like, oh, AD got something to prove. I like this. It felt good for us. And yeah, immediately goes down. I guess it's everything everybody talked about, how this AD thing could play out. Like, as great as he is, just in his, 5-year tenure with the Lakers, it was, you never knew. You never knew. You never knew. And I will say, everybody said he played last year. He played all through those 2023 playoffs. I feel like was the best player in that Western Conference Finals run up until Game 4 when Bron was like, I'm putting this shit on my back. But I guess we just got to wait and see. I'm not against you guys. If everybody's going to be out, if it's the best course of action, let's go for the draft pick. But I'm also not against, as we sit in the 8th seed. Oh, no, man. I mean, give me Memphis or Houston in that first round with a healthy team. Everybody ain't got to be healthy. Get everybody to 75%, and we smacking Houston and Memphis. And I don't care. I do care if it's Minnesota in that first playing game. That's very dangerous. But I don't give a damn. Give them to them. Line them up.
What do you say to
Denver. If Denver gets in that spot, fuck it, pack it up. Like, if Denver's looking like they going to, we should pack it up. I don't want to do none of that shit.
what are your thoughts about all the Mavericks Maverick fans protests of Nico Harrison, death threats, jumbotron death threats, like in stadium death threats?
I thought the death threats was a little over the top. Now, the protesting, I expected all that. But if the death threats was true, because I saw some reporting, I saw the double reporting, I saw ESPN saying there were death threats. I saw people saying, nah, man, ain't nobody sending no damn death threats to him. I think that's over the top. But now we right. Nigga, a lot of Mavs fans, I know, like myself, a man from Chicago, becomes a Mavs fan because of Dirk Nowitzki. And to see Dirk Nowitzki in Los Angeles at at the first Mavs, it spoke volumes. It said a lot without saying anything. And even Mark Cuban speaking out, and then hey, let me tell the Mavs on ice on me. Let me tell the Mavs on something right now. Shut the fuck up.
Did you see his quote?
That was nasty. We talking about work ethic. Now you got Shaq sounding good on air. I saw Shaq on his podcast like, they said the same thing about me. And like I told Jerry, who gonna do it about? Who doing it better than me? The man was just on bloody knees telling Rudy Gobert, I'll deport you. Just in a fucking finals where Kyrie was shitting the bed. Yeah, I was getting ISO'd in attack, but I was holding up my end of the bargain. I get paid to get buckets. So I don't want to hear anything about his work ethic any fucking more. Please shut it up.
Did the owner take over this year or last year?
I believe fully this year.
Okay, so last year. Yeah, because that quote had some disdain in it. Like that just feels like Luka made a very bad impression of the owner and was trying to almost like body him in alpha and be like, you may own this team, but it's my franchise. I do what I want here.
Yeah, no, you're right. This is our, as Bill Simmons always says, it felt like a lot of new owner syndrome, that quote, didn't it? Felt a lot like, you think you out there hooping. You think you're going to win us playoff games. Like, it wasn't Luka Doncic. Like, it wasn't that amazing shooting night from PJ Washington in the OKC series. Like Kyrie didn't show up and bust Anthony Edwards' ass in game 1. You talking like you're playing. No, I never like that. You putting your foot in your fucking mouth. Because the moment Luka does something great, they're going to bring that quote up with Luka's picture every motherfucking time he busts his ass or he does something incredible, talking about work ethic. And Luka has been just nothing but a class act. All of the Tim McMahon reports, all of the owners saying this, Luka still ain't bad-mouthed him. And shout out to Kyrie, coming out and saying, yo, I'm still talking to Luka. That's my boy. I'm not sure why Jason Kidd didn't talk to the media after that Kings loss. I know it was a lot of talk about it. Mm-hmm. But after the owner saying shit like that, because it ain't nothing but Jay Kidd been a real nigga the whole time he coached him. I can't stand up for no nigga saying dumb shit like that. I can't sit at a podium after we just lost a game winner from fucking DeMar DeRozan. AD's out. Gafford's out that game now. And I'm supposed to sit up here and defend this shit. No. We going too far.
Yeah. It sounded like, yeah, this owner was like, I don't see this dude in the gym. Let's get him out of here.
Yeah, the guy. Yeah, you didn't see him in the gym, but I saw him in the NBA Finals.
Yeah.
Fucking asshole. That shit was crazy. Yeah, and thanks for sending him to a place where people are known to lose weight and eat healthier. So we'll gladly take this fat ass that you don't want anymore.
Yeah, like usually like new owners like want to make a splash and they're vulnerable for like giving up a lot to get a star player. And this dude did the exact inverse. He just gave up a star player and got little back. Like
Right.
he did it the exact opposite way new owners usually operate. That's like a powerful position being an owner of a sports franchise. I can see the power can just go to your head.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the owner quote made it feel like Nico was just put to work and this wasn't on Nico. The owner quote made this feel like this was a big call from up top, like, hey, his fat ass still out? Man, let's get him out of here. I'm sick of this. He ain't even hurt for real. That's it. That's what it feels like now.
And the owner is like, fall on the sword and I'll never fire you.
Mhm.
Yeah,
All right. I watched quite a bit of Jimmy Butler on the Warriors because I was most interested in that, and I definitely liked what I saw from Jimmy. He's definitely he's trying to fit in. He's not trying to assert himself. He's very much just like observing and be like, how can I best insert myself into this team and into this system that's been run for like a decade?
Mm.
But I think he needs to do because he's
What?
playing more of like an ultimate like elite like role player like trash guy getting offensive rebounds cutting at the right time. But I think there's gonna have to be a point where he does become that like one-on-one like let's get a bucket scorer.
I agree. I definitely think he's trying to fit in too much, but he works well in that cutting. You know what I mean? Knowing how to make the right pass, the right reads. Like he definitely does that well. Jimmy Butler's IQ is very high. I don't think he gets enough credit for that. But as far as just being an alpha and assertive, he's definitely going to have to. Curry's already trying to stagger those two, where it's at least one on the floor at all times, and they're definitely going to need that. And they haven't had that type of punch with a guy since Jordan Poole got traded, got punched in the face, I think. Yeah, they need some Jimmy Butler and the real Jimmy Butler. They need playoff Jimmy Butler at all times, especially if they're gonna try to make a run at this thing as they are. And as Draymond put it perfectly, this Steph last ride. This is the last chance right here with Jimmy Butler.
Yeah, this is it.
So I mean, we got to see. I would love to see it. I do like them together, though. I like the inside out thing they're going. Yeah, I don't think I realized how much of how well Jimmy Butler draws fouls until now. I know I probably
Oh
should have.
yeah. That's what he's always been really good at. Yeah. He'll get to
Yeah, I probably should have noticed in his last two finals runs, but he definitely is. I mean, Steph's whistle is kind of non-existent sometimes. So to see a guy on the Warriors getting free throws like that is much needed. But I'm with you. I'm with you, Ben. I definitely want to see a more assertive Jimmy Butler.
Yeah. My opinion on Jimmy Butler on the Warriors, I'll use the words of a great modern day philosopher. It's not enough. You solid niggas left, but it's not enough. It's just, bro. Wrap it up, dog. It's not gonna. That's Jimmy Butler gonna say the Warriors. All right, nigga. Get the fuck
Well,
out of here, man.
what about a healthy Kaminga? Is that enough?
Oh, it's not. It's not because Jimmy's name has been brought to the mud these last couple months. That's what he's gonna do. He's gonna be like, all right, well, let me just be like, play the background, when Steph needs somebody to throw it to, I'll cut here. Like he's not gonna be this like assertive Jimmy, but like it's just not gonna happen. Because I think he's trying to like, I need to show everybody I'm a good guy. I'm a good teammate.
Yeah.
And about me is not true.
You can tell he's made a choice, and that is to
Yeah,
fall.
whenever guys do the whole like I'm wearing a new number and I'm like, shut the fuck up,
Yeah.
man. You're still an
You
asshole.
didn't like Butler the third?
You're still an
Yeah.
asshole. You're not a good teammate. You're not gonna win here, just like you didn't win on the other spot. Like, I don't care. Steph, Jimmy, and Draymond is gonna run the West. Get out of here, bro.
I like it when Kuminga comes back. I like the Steph, Jimmy, Draymond with Moses Moody and Kuminga. I think that lineup has some potential.
Yeah, who's that gonna be?
What'd you say?
Who's that gonna be?
Who knows, man? Playoff Jimmy, um, Kuminga, Moody, both long wings. You need those. Draymond still got, and you got Steph. It definitely like at least the Warriors did something.
Yeah, I mean, cool. At
If
least they
that's the
did
bar.
something. I guess. I guess they did something. They definitely did something.
Yeah, they did something.
They
Hmm.
did something.
And it's more fun to watch them now.
I'll definitely say that. It's definitely more fun to watch, but it's like you guys lost to the Mavericks and they didn't have half their team.
Yeah, I will say, as far as longevity goes, it isn't enough. I don't see them. I mean, I could see them winning a round, especially with those those top seeds up there being still super young. But after that, no. No, it's nothing. And maybe their off season move away too from trying to bolster this thing up. I do like Kaminga coming back being, but that's definitely not the bar in the West when we're talking about Joker and that talented OKC team and the Lakers and yeah, it just starts getting out of hand then.
Mm-hmm.
De'Aaron Fox.
They're dependent on a lacrosse player to play legitimate minutes. Fuck off.
Which that is so like anytime I watch
Shout out to that guy.
play,
That's really cool. He was really like the best lacrosse player in college, like 4 years in a row, and it was like I actually want to make money, and then decided to play in the NBA. Like that's really,
you
really
can't
fucking
just
cool.
you can't just decide in like your early 20s to be like I'm just gonna go to the NBA and like
Right.
actually do it. Like that's crazy. And he's like solid. If he sells tickets, if he's a name, he's like a Taco Fall type of player, which if it's a blowout, like we definitely I want to see him in the game.
Right.
Okay, De'Aaron Fox, new face, same face, new team. I'm higher on De'Aaron Fox than I feel like a lot of people. I think he's like really good.
Mm.
When I've watched the Spurs with all their nice young talent, I'm just like, who is that old little guy who has the ball all the time? And that would be Chris Paul. And I'm like I just feel like he's kind of like slowing this team down. Like he's like a granny like being walked across the crosswalk. Like I don't think he like fits.
No.
Is Greg Popovich in Chris Paul's basement right now? This is my only. There's too much CP3 going on.
He's
I
just got
wanna
him kidnapped and for
He
ransom.
has to have him kidnapped. I want to see Shohan, Fox, Wemby, Castle, Vassell.
Yeah,
That's it. That's it. Why is Chris Paul out there in crunch time? Even Castle on the bench? What are we doing?
Yeah, you have De'Aaron Fox now. You have no need for him to be playing like this.
Yeah,
So that'll take away more of like I think De'Aaron Fox is going to work pretty well, but yeah, Chris Paul's kind of holding him back.
yeah, and that's a team fighting for a playing spot. You really just hope. It kind of feels like they're playing CP because they don't want to make the play.
That's crazy.
That's what it feels like now. I'm like, what the hell are we doing still playing CP? Get him out of there. We've seen a lot of moments this year where he's like, oh yeah, this might be it. You might go ahead need to pack it up, Chris. This is it. Yeah, get Chris out of here. I do like De'Aaron Fox on this team. They've had a lot of exciting games since De'Aaron Fox got there. And I think sky's the limit for the team. I don't know if they're going for the draft pick or not, but I'm excited to see what they do in the future. I don't really care too much for them in the play-in this year, though.
I think they'll make a. I think they'll make like a shot. Like they'll make a run at ninth or 10th. But I don't. I think like for them again, it's a next year thing.
Okay. DeAndre Hunter in a Cavs uniform. I'll start off with this. We're better for sure. This
He's
dude can
good.
shoot it.
Bro, he's good. He's like shit. The
This
last
dude,
thing, the last thing y'all needed was another dude who could lock up and make open threes.
yeah, and like he can get open threes since he's like 6'8", has like a nice high release. Like he'll be getting like he can shoot the ball and he'll get
Mm,
more open shots than like a Max Strus,
Mm-hmm.
and some of our other shooters. But
yeah,
yeah, this dude can just pull up from three and just nail it. He's kind of a clip,
yeah.
and we need that.
No, absolutely.
Yeah, and not just closing units. He fits perfectly with that five always. Like that was always that spot you guys were needing and missing. And DeAndre Hunter kind of just fits it well. I know everybody's talking about being able to guard the Tatums and the and the Jalen Browns, but just even I want to see Cavs Knicks so bad. But just in that series, that's somebody. Oh, we got a Jalen Brunson guy. Huge. He is huge. I didn't realize he was that big. I knew he was 6'8", but just seeing him out there now, just like, oh
Hmm.
goodness.
And you always can tell like when a player is just excited to be on the team that actually has a shot at winning.
Yeah, I mean, we just ran the Timberwolves and the Raptors, the
Yeah.
two games that he played. It
No,
was never
they made
close.
y'all made the Timberwolves look like a high school team, and then
Some
but then they beat the Thunder last night. So I don't know.
Right.
But
they only made two field goals in the first quarter. Like we held them, they only made two shots
yeah, it was
in the
like
first quarter.
20-4 at one point. It was
Yeah.
crazy. But like
We
that,
held them scoreless
it
for the
just made
first
y'all's
6 minutes.
team. It just made y'all's team like more athletic, get up and down the floor. Just the way y'all will be able to switch
Yeah.
now. It's cool.
I'm very excited about some of the lineups we can throw out. I do still like having Max Strus in the starting lineup. I do want to keep DeAndre Hunter comfortable coming off the bench. Because he's having the best season of his career, and it's the first season he's come off the bench.
Yeah.
Uh, we game against the Raptors. Our first two subs were DeAndre Hunter and Sam Merrill, and we took out Mitchell and Mobley. So it was like Garland and Allen with like three like lockdown shooters and Merrill, Strus,
Mhm.
Hunter. And if we can, instead of Sam Merrill coming in, when a healthy Dean Wade comes in, we'll have all that size. Like one center and one of our guards with Strus, Hunter, and Dean Wade is like a fantastic lineup. I
Mhm.
really love it. And I'm excited.
I'm not.
Yeah, I'm hating, but
You're right though. But I'm
yeah,
definitely
the one thing I didn't want to see is the Cavs get like better and then
better.
actually have a shot to make a real deep run at it in the East this year. But I guess congratulations, Ben. I'm happy for you.
Thank you. Thank you. Um, Two Clippers moves, Bogdan Bogdanovich, to be honest. Haven't seen him play yet, so I have no idea.
He hit a three last night. I saw a
Okay.
clip of it. But
But however, Ben Simmons, 12, 7, and 6 in his Clippers debut. Our resident Ben Simmons shill, Corey Young.
I'm telling you, man, this nigga he be putting up the toughest. He be putting up the toughest triple single you'll ever see, man. Uh, um, no, I don't know. This Clipper team, because it's just always so dependent on Kawhi. You could be like, I love it for them, but it's just like it's so Kawhi
Yeah.
dependent that it's like I don't know if it matters.
yeah, I mean they made good. Those are two moves. Like any team, if you tell them like, hey, you can add Bogdanovich and Ben Simmons at the break, like that's a great move. I just don't believe in the Clippers anymore. Like I just don't care.
Yeah, I feel like anytime I look in the box score, I never see Kawhi Leonard's name. Like, when does this dude play? I know he's been playing,
Mm,
but he never seems to be playing when I look at their box score.
Right.
it feels like every other game he plays.
Right.
Mhm.
Yeah, there were heavy rumors that it was between the Clippers and the Cavs, and I'm very glad we didn't he chose the Clippers. I
That's
don't
one
think
of
I
them
wanted
too.
that. And I think he just would have been our backup, our third five, like our backup five, between Mobley and to keep like maybe Evan Mobley playing the four more. But I think he would have got like backup 5 minutes, and which that's kind of interesting. Maybe, but I'm glad we don't have to deal with that.
The Mavericks wanted them too.
We need bodies. Bodies. We need bodies that go out there.
He is one.
Right. He definitely a body.
BI to the Raptors hasn't played yet.
Nope. He got
Who
an
gives,
extension though.
who gives a fuck?
He got his money, but I was definitely I was definitely about to be like, yeah, but who cares? Scotty Barnes and Brandon Ingram. What is that, a 9 seed?
I I
Maybe.
like yeah. This is the Raptors patent now, where they just trade for like unwanted players in the middle of the season instead of like a traditional rebuild. Because Brandon Ingram and RJ Barrett on the same team, that just makes no sense to me. Like they're such like similar like ball stoppy type players. Actually, RJ's been kind of creating more this season, so he's been having like a pretty solid season. But yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, they just have random pieces at in a lock sale. Like Jakob Pertl could be good somewhere else. Like,
Yeah,
why are we still in the Scotty Barnes is the savior phase?
yeah, hmm
Yeah, this team is weird.
You mean
yeah.
NBA
That's
All-Star Scotty Barnes?
Oh my god.
Scotty Barnes winning that Rookie of the Year over Evan Mobley is not aging the best right now because Scotty Barnes for sure. Uh, People were hyped on him, and now he kind of just seems like he might just be like the third best player on a team, maybe.
Yeah, man, I would love to see him as somebody's third best player with two really good shooters at the one too.
Yeah.
Right.
Did you guys see, probably not, but Brandon Ingram's quote on joining the Raptors in his press conference? He said
This shit cool.
every year before the season, we would look at the schedule and circle Toronto. And that's because of the city. So apparently this
Oh, he a
dude's
big fan.
favorite,
He a big fan of the teams.
he went full like politician pandering to the
Yeah.
city of Toronto and be like, this is actually my favorite NBA
This is way
player.
better than when I was playing in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
And then like, so he would have made 160 with New Orleans, but it's 120 with the Raptors. Am I correct?
Yeah.
uh
So
yeah.
he took 40 less million to get the fuck out of there. That just shows you how bad of a situation he was in. So yeah, I'm gonna be talking the new city up completely. Like I have to for in my head, I have to make this make sense and work because I just left $40 million on the table just to get off a team.
Yeah, I'm not gonna keep playing with this porn addict. We're not even playing together for it. It'd be different if we was playing together. You know, we don't even play games together. Like, okay, get me out of here, man. At least Scotty plays. We can play some duty afterwards or something. We can hop on the line.
Yeah, BI did say we circled Toronto every year. So what other player's favorite city is Toronto? Zion? He's a big Toronto guy. Is this a long
I thought
Zion play?
Zion
Do
was
we know?
Dallas. I thought
Yeah,
Zion was
Zion is
Dallas.
that was yeah, he
That
did.
one video, he was licking his lips talking about Dallas and shit.
Oh yeah.
That Zion licking his lips could either mean good food or pussy. You don't even know which one. His freaky ass. So
No, I can't even imagine who else would be a Toronto person.
But I've never been to Toronto, so I can't, I'm not going to badmouth their city.
Yeah, but I can confidently say that it's probably not Brandon Ingram's favorite NBA city.
Doubt it. Highly doubt it.
Okay, last one. Kyle Kuzma to the Bucks. Cool. I don't care that much.
I don't give a fuck.
Yeah. Did they get worse?
Yeah, I think so.
They got younger, I guess, but
I'd rather have hobbled Chris Middleton.
probably I'm more confident in
And
Chris
Chris
Middleton's
Middleton
offensive abilities if he's healthy in the playoffs, his shot making.
Poor guy. He just gets sent to DC.
Yeah,
New
him and
big two.
Marcus Smart.
Yeah, him and Marcus Smart, new big two.
Do you think they can just try to get like a buyout or something and try to go to like a contender? Marcus Smart back to the Celtics or something?
Yeah, you just usually don't see like players with that big of salaries getting bought out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But if he entered the market, I would want the
I
Cavs.
don't think they're gonna need that money on the like, no, fuck it.
So they just gotta be Wizards?
Yeah, we in DC now. Fuck it.
Oh, that sucks. Poor
I,
guy.
I can't even name the Wizards head coach, so they probably had no idea who was even coaching
And
that
could not tell
team.
you. I can't tell you the starting lineup for the Wizards, and I could probably tell you the starting lineup for at least 27 of the NBA teams.
Yeah, I just saw like a Corey Kispert like highlight video pop up on my timeline, and I'm like, oh, that is who the Wizards are anointing now as their hope.
He plays enough to have a highlight video?
Yeah, they love Corey Kispert.
Yeah, he can shoot that thing. He can shoot that thing.
And then Bilal's looked pretty good. Alex Sars had some potential. So, but I think Bilal's been pretty good. But yeah, could help him out. The Bucks, I mean, this is lateral move at best, I would say.
Yeah, I think so
Yeah,
too. I guess it was just like a play to get younger.
It just feels like just a last hope at Giannis. Like, hey, we trying, man. But getting rid of Middleton, I don't think it's just like getting rid of Holiday. I don't think it's gonna work out in their favor.
I did have a thought about could Giannis ask for a trade this offseason if they lose in the first round or even the second round. I just have that feeling that it might be over soon because he's made it very clear that he does pit winning over everything.
Exactly.
I wouldn't put it past Giannis at all. At all. But where would it be?
Where's it go?
Yeah.
On that contract.
I mean, I guess anyone would want him. Ego.
The Mavs, that was
We'll
one
think
of
about
the
that.
that was one of the spots they were thinking about trading Luka. But the Bucks wouldn't come up off of Giannis.
Or we could send somebody back.
AD for Giannis.
Yeah, right.
Come on, we got some picks for you too.
Bucks are not taking that.
Okay, NBA All-Star Weekend is upon us. And I gotta say, guys, I have no enthusiasm at all about this weekend.
None whatsoever.
I'm just planning my weekend like it's a regular weekend. And if there's downtime, I might tune in.
I might get some festivity.
And luckily I have a fun weekend planned to where I don't even have to tune into this bullshit.
Hey now.
But I was thinking about this though. Do you think some of this is like it's kind of like how when you get older, Christmas just don't hit the same? You think it's kind of that? Like it's just like when we were kids, All-Star Weekend was fun because we were kids.
We wouldn't have been potting during the celebrity game when we was kids. I'm telling you.
Yeah, we'd be
watching rising star.
Right. I think All-Star Weekend just sucks because there's no magic to it anymore. We're adults. I can't imagine All-Star Weekend was just so exciting to 30-year-olds 20 years ago.
Yeah, that's a fun theory. I like that because as a
No,
kid,
I
it
think it's just
always
I think All-Star Weekend will probably be fun again when you have kids. Like just like Christmas. I don't know. But there's nothing about it that excites me anymore. The dunk contest, we just going with Mac McClung. That are you serious? That's what we're doing?
Mm.
Mac McClung.
yeah,
Like
I think
what is
3P on
this?
the way, baby. 3P, somebody got to do it.
Somebody got to do. So we about to let a 5'9" white guy three-peat the dunk contest. And the only reason and then like literally the only reason he's winning is because it looks hard because it's a short white dude doing it.
and like none of the best NBA players are competing.
Exactly. None of the best NBA players want to do it. Corey alluded to it earlier. The 3-point contest has kind of become the exciting thing. And even that, I don't really give a like I don't care. Like, do I really care about Dame possibly three-peating? Like, no.
I think the all the talk has been focused on how do we fix the game. And I think it should be pushed more like how do we fix the dunk contest? Because
Yeah, the dunk
that
contest
was the
is
prime
the
time
whole
event.
weekend itself.
And
Shoot.
like how do we get these high flyer all-star players to want to compete in that
Right.
again? Because that can bring back viewership and enthusiasm because the amount
Absolutely.
of high flyers like Zion, Ja, the Thompsons, like
Yeah,
the
if Zion, Ja, and Ant were in the dunk contest, everybody would be excited and they would
yeah, that
watch.
would be I think we talked about this, me and Corey, when you left last pod. But yeah, there are so many like I don't get why this is such a stain on like a player, why it's not cool to do it anymore.
Because LeBron wouldn't do it.
I mean, yeah,
This
that
whole generation is
he kind
LeBron,
of
baby.
started the trend.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the whole player empowerment. You can do whatever you want, which I love. But LeBron, these are all LeBron babies. Like everything LeBron has kind of brought to the league. That's what's influenced this new generation of players. And LeBron didn't do the dunk contest, so they don't want to do the dunk contest. Simple as that.
Not a bad thought. I kind of like that. He did kind of was like, nah, I'm too good for that. Which
It's
that's,
also like it's not like you get paid to do the dunk contest, and these niggas get paid $40 million to play basketball.
yeah.
I mean, that's why I don't really do bar shows no more. I get it. I get paid a lot of money to write TV. I don't want to do your bar show. Like it's just one of those things. Like, okay, so you mean I'm gonna have to either get out of bed, drive through LA, sit in traffic, get to the bar. The niggas you booked are terrible, so I'm gonna have to go last. So I'm gonna be up here all night, and then you might give me $10. No, I'm staying home. I don't need to do any of that. So I get
Also,
it. I get why superstars don't want to do the dunk contest. It don't really make sense money wise.
are bar shows the worst venue for comedy?
Um,
The most consistent worst one because there are a lot of bar shows, but like I've done some wild.
like I was on a good one in Philly the other night. Like I just did a bar show in Philly the other night. It was really fun. But it's like, for the most part, if you're on a bar show, it's not gonna be a good time.
Yeah.
Especially if it's a bunch of people who didn't know there was gonna be comedy. The bars that have
Mhm.
like a room in the back where like you physically have to go there to go watch the comedy, those are good. But the ones where you're just like everybody's hanging out at the bar and then all of a sudden you hear a PA start going, and you're like,
Yeah,
niggas
yeah,
about to try to live their dreams while I'm trying to drink.
yeah.
Cause like, have you ever been somewhere where there was a comedy show and like you didn't like you're a comedian and like a comedy show starts or an open mic starts and you're just like, fuck. Then you understand how like regular people feel.
Though, yeah, I've been there as a comedian, and I feel that way as well. I'm just like, wow, we're just hijacking the space. They had no idea this was going to happen.
Could be classified as an act of terrorism if you ask me.
It's
That is fried.
But who are y'all's picks for Sunday? The OGs, the regular niggas,
For
or
the
the
foreigns.
or
Yeah.
the foreign niggas?
could
I'm going OGs. I'm going
yeah.
OGs for
I
sure.
feel like they have if there's anyone the most motivated, it's the old heads who are aging out. They still got to show that they can hang. Their pride might take precedent, and they might play a little harder. So I would go with the OGs.
Yeah,
I
Brian,
got the.
KD, Steph,
I'm going.
Kyrie.
I'm going. I think I'm gonna take the dark horse team. I think I'm gonna go with Kenny's team.
Oh,
You
you
got Jalen Brunson, Jaren Jackson Jr. Like you got these guys that are like, that want to take over. I feel like I think they could run it. Like I really feel like that team could just run off with a game because the OGs don't have a big man. And then
Yeah,
the global team have all the big men, but they don't really have anybody like besides Shea that can just score like that. And I don't see Shea being like, all right, I'll score every time we go down the court. Like I just don't think he's gonna feel like doing that. Because he sure didn't feel like doing that in the Olympics. Anyway, um, so I think I'm gonna go with Kenny's team with Jalen Brunson. I'm gonna take Jalen Brunson. I think it's set up for the old dudes to win it because they get to play the Rising Star. Like I wonder if that was picked at random that they get to play the Rising Stars team in the first round. LeBron and Steph and KD. Like
yeah,
that's so fucking
that was
lame.
and like I don't think the Rising Stars teams, I don't think they're that good.
not at
They're
all.
not.
Not at all.
Like
They,
They're not.
especially they took
they
Wemby
knew they could
off,
have
so
threw Bronny
yeah,
in there. That was mean, not throwing Bronny in there.
Well, he
you
didn't
might
want to
as
do it.
well.
He declined it.
Oh, did he?
They wanted Bronny to do the Rising Stars game, and they wanted him and LeBron to compete in the skills challenge as a team.
Mm.
Mhm.
And he
So
said,
he was like, so he'll decline something he doesn't necessarily deserve.
"Shut the fuck up, you're an asshole."
It's like, what was he? Pick 52? It's like, nah, I'm good. This isn't for me.
He might be the best 52nd pick I've ever seen. He been going crazy in the G League.
I'm about to say G League Bronny is John Morant. I don't know if y'all
Oh,
know.
he averaging what like 24. He had a nice little step back three the other
That's
night.
his G League jaw. That's his nickname.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Bronny
it would have been
Morant.
cool to see Bronny in the Rising Stars thing, though. I think that'd been fun. I don't see why he said no, but I also get like this is the one time a year you get a break. Totally understand.
Mhm.
Totally understand.
Um, honest. So I, for some reason, watched the Rising Stars draft on YouTube for some odd reason because I had nothing else to do. And it was Chris Mullin, Tim Hardaway, and Mitch Richmond drafting the teams. And they probably got like five pronunciations correct. Like you could tell
Yeah,
they're
did they
just
even know who the guys were?
uh you could tell they've never said their names before because they were um I don't think they were making the best picks either. Scoot went in the back half of the draft, and I'm like, Scoot is probably like gonna be he's the only person who can like create offense. Like all these rising stars are just like wing role players who can like shoot. Like it's not good. I'm looking at the G League team with Reed Shepherd on it, and I'm just like, I might take the G League team. Reed Shepherd's on the G League team. That was
Yeah, that was crazy.
so is Pat Spencer is going to be on the G League team too. So that'll be a little fun. Um, coaching the G League team, Jeremy Lin. Welcome back.
That was disrespectful to Jalen too. But I okay.
Jeremy Lin coaching debut. Hey, all he has to do is start a podcast, and next thing you know, he might have a shot.
Yeah. Where I like the All-Star breaks, I go a week without a Cavs game, which is like a really long time for me.
Right. That's all I'm just like, damn, I just don't get to watch basketball for like a week. Like
Yeah.
that's all I've all thought about. Like I hate this shit.
Oh, this is also we got about 5 minutes left. I just bringing up the trade deadline again. I just am tired of hearing players talk about how hard it is to get traded. I do not care.
You
Okay.
you're not with Dennis Schroeder's it's modern day slavery
It's
take.
like it's funny when NBA players realize even though they're multimillionaires, they're still like a part of capitalism. They're like
Yeah,
they
well,
care about you. You could give them
you
all. They don't
forget
care.
those guys forget they're still employees until the rich dude above them decides to be a dick.
Yeah.
You know,
And
um,
like you
and it's
give
crazy.
everything.
Dennis Schroeder, this is crazy. Dennis Schroeder was like, I feel like a slave, and it was like, shit. Wait till you get to Utah, nigga.
Like you could have freed them all with all the money you're making right now.
Me? Yeah, but I mean, I get it though. That sucks though. You getting used to a city and then you just find out you find like imagine you're at a job you like and then you find out you just got switched to a different region, but you also found out when everybody else found out.
Yeah, like I have empathy for it. Like I do,
Yeah,
like
I get it.
it's not a fun thing.
But I also get like I'm tired of hearing like them complain about it. Like I get it.
Yeah, like the team is probably looking for a place for you to live, like right when it happens.
Yeah, of course. But a lot of those guys have kids and they go to school and so
Also, Dennis Schroeder asked for a buyout. Come to Dallas.
he'll be good on that Dallas team. Shit.
Mm-hmm. Come on, Dennis.
Yeah.
Damn.
I
Talk about a fumble. He really should have took that contract. I wonder if he's up. I wonder if he like stays up at night thinking about that shit. Like he really
That 4
fucked
for
up.
84.
Man, he really fucked up. So hey, that's a message to anybody listening to this podcast. Sometimes don't bet on yourself. You know how good you are at something.
Yeah, I'm about to say you gotta gauge yourself.
You
Brandon
know how
Ingram.
good you.
Yeah.
Stop. Like believe in yourself for sure. Believe in yourself, but also be real with yourself. You know how good you are. Deep down,
Yeah.
we all know how good we really are.
Yeah, George Niang was talking about getting traded on his podcast, and he was like, yeah, I understand why they did this, He's better than me.
Yeah. If I'm out at some Hollywood party and a bunch of beautiful women actresses is like, hey Niles, we about to have a 12-person orgy in the back. You want to come? No, I don't. I'm not ready for that. I can't do that. That's not me.
I know my limits.
I'm good at regular sex. And that's what I'm gonna do. You gotta know yourself.
Extras.
I mean, I definitely ask a couple follow-up questions. I wouldn't give him a stern no. I'd be like, I need to know more information about this orgy.
You're not about to embarrass me.
He was like, this is a
Like
trap
Dennis
you're
Schroeder
setting me
did.
up.
Dennis Schroeder bet on himself a little too much.
Okay, well, we're on the pod on the orgy analogy. That could be the first ever orgy analogy in NBA podcast history.
I do this.
We'll be back next week. Enjoy the All-Star break, guys. Find some new hobbies or something to do. Pick up scrapbooking. I don't know. But take care. It's been the Cap Room. Peace out, guys.
Peace.
Please stop the cap.